Do you need help with your maths homework? Because if you do, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to create a calculator in Python. We're going to be using PyCharms for this video, so if you haven't already, make sure to install that. I've got a tutorial on that. Link will be in the description. In the program you see here, the program tells us to enter a first number. So let's say the number 10. Then it asks us for a second number. Let's choose 5. Now it asks us what action we want to do. So there's multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division. Let's do addition. So we know 10 plus 5 is 15. Let's test it out. And we were correct. Let's try a different one. Let's try 4 as our first number. Let's try 7 as our second number. Let's do multiplication. And we know that 4 times 7 is 28. And we were correct. Now let's try a larger number, such as 456. And another large number like 249. Let's do multiplication. And it shows us the answer right here. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first thing we're going to want to do is define a variable. And just for a reminder, a variable is something that stores a value. So let's name it num1, short for number 1, because this is going to be the first number. So num1 is equal to integer, input, enter the first number. We use the integer function so that we can make sure that it's a number we're entering, and we use input so that we can actually enter the number on the terminal. So once we've got that, we can test this out. Enter the first number, let's say 2, and then it's finished. Let's do this again, but with num2. So this is the second number, and we'll do the exact same thing. Second number instead of the first. Now, let me just change this to an equal sign. Now we run the program. It asks us for both numbers. Now we want to know what action we want to take out. So let's define a variable called action. And this will store like what operation we would like to do. So action is equal to input. Let's say, okay, so multiplication, subtraction, addition, and division. So now we did this, we can enter the first number, second number, and then we can enter what operation we want to do. But let me just quickly put some text before this. So instead of just showing the symbols, let's put like, what operation would you like? And now that we've done that, let's go on to if statements. So if action is equal to, let's say, multiplication, that has to be in speech marks as well, because it's a string. If it's equal to that, then we want to do something. So if this action variable, whatever we put in, let's say multiplication, if it's equal to multiplication, then this is what we want to do. So let's say print, let's do a formatted string. So to do a formatted string, we just hit the key F and then a single speech mark. So that's a formatted string. So print the answer to that. So that's going to be, we use the curly braces, num1 multiplied by, so we can just use the multiplication symbol in the string, multiplied by num2 is equal to our answer. So, and to find the answer, we'll have to do num1 times num2 in the curly braces, because it's not a string, it's an actual equation. So print num1 multiplied by num2 equals num1 times num2. And we use a formatted string because it makes everything easier instead of just using all the commas, switching between integers and strings. So let's test this out. Enter the first number, let's do 10. The second number, 10. Let's do multiplication. And as you can see on the terminal, it says 10 times 10 equals 100, which we know is correct. Now let's do all 4 of the other symbols. So if action is equal to, let's say, addition, and we use two equals because it shows that it's like exactly it, like it's exactly equal to this, nothing else. So if it's equal to addition, we need to print, use a formatted string, num1 plus num2 equals to num1 plus num2. Let's test that. Let's do 2, 2, and let's do addition. Yeah, 2 plus 2 is 4, which is correct. So the formatted strings, all we have to do is put, whenever we want to use a variable, we use the curly brackets, and whenever we want to include actual text for a string, which is just normal text, we don't have to use any brackets, which is why they're really easy. And then we can copy this, Ctrl C, and paste this, Ctrl V, and just change this to subtraction. So if action is equal to subtraction, then num1 minus num2 is equal to num1 minus num2. And that was easy, so we can do it again. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. And let's do division. So num1 divide num2 is equal to num2 divided by num1. So now we've done that, we can do, let's do 10, let's try all of them. So 10 and 10, let's do multiplication. 10 times 10 is 100. And let's do 10 and 10. Let's do subtraction. 10 minus 10 is 0. Let's do 10 and 10 again. And let's do addition. 10 plus 10 is 20. And then let's do 10 and 10 again. And finally, division. 10 divides 10 is 1. So, but there's a problem though. If you put, let's say 10 and 10, if you put something random, like J, which is not an operation, nothing happens. So we need an else. So this is like, if any of this doesn't happen, then something else will happen. So else to all of this, print that is invalid. I've done that. And now if we do G, yes, we get that is invalid. And I'm gonna change these last 3 ifs to elifs, which just stands for else if, so that it's more coherent. Because if we, let's say we do a letter, with our program, that does not work. So that's good, because we should only be able to write in numbers due to our integer function over here. And that is how you make a calculator with Python. Make sure to comment down below any ideas you have. Make sure to share this with your friends and like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.